Hello, Freckle Love Group. Good morning. It is the weekend. I hope your weekend's off to a great start. Mine is. I'm getting ready to go to work today though, so I am going to do a quick, hopefully 5-minute look. I'll probably get interrupted and it won't work, but I'm going to give it a try. So hang with me. A little toner, a little moisturizer. So I hope everybody has great Valentine's plans. If you did not see my notice this morning, I have postponed my Galentine's online party to tomorrow evening at 7. I had planned to do it tonight at 7, but at the last minute, our family decided to get together. And I decided most couples, if they're going out to dinner, are probably going out tonight rather than tomorrow. So I thought, you know what? Sunday night would probably be a better time to do it anyway. So I have postponed. We'll get together tomorrow night at 7 before the big snow hits, because I hear we're getting snow Monday and Tuesday. So everybody make sure you've got plenty of movies and books or puzzles or hobby stuff, because it sounds like we're going to be inside for a couple of days. All right, so a little bit of face primer. I'm going to try another little trick that I showed the other day. I'm going to use some BB cream in Bisque and then my regular liquid foundation in Chiffon, and I'm going to blend the two on my kabuki brush. I saw this on another YouTube tutorial. I'm just putting a couple of drops of foundation on there and a couple of drops of BB cream on there. So I was watching another makeup artist and I saw her do this little trick. She claims it gives a much better matte finish. Now, I couldn't really tell a lot of difference, but maybe that's just me and maybe that's just my skin. So I'm going to give it a try again. I always like to try things more than once to see if they work. All right, blend that in really well. There we go. All right, let's grab a little blush in my favorite, Surreal, which is almost gone. Don't worry, I have a backup. I already ordered a second one because I love this color. I would have never guessed that color would look good on me. Never. It looks too dark and it looks too like rosy mauve. I always thought I always thought peachy colors would look better on me with my coloring because I have, you know, the auburn hair and I have the brown eyes and lots of freckles. So I always just assumed that I would look good in the peachy colors. Au contraire, not true. Evidently, because I have such fair skin, I actually look better in darker mauve tones, believe it or not. A little bit of highlighter there above my blush and then just buff. So I've been experimenting with color quite a bit. I found the same thing in lipstick. I always thought I would look good in peaches and corals. And the coral colors, if they've got a deep enough hue, they don't look terrible or anything, but I really do look better in the darker mauves. There we go. All right, I'm gonna grab my slanted brush that is double-ended. It's probably one of my favorite brushes ever. It's beveled on this end and then it's straight across on the other end. I'm gonna grab my Addiction 6 palette because it has lots of great neutrals, and I'm gonna go for this dark brown right here. It's called Audacious, and I'm gonna put that color, believe it or not, on my brows. I use the beveled end, and I'm gonna go in and just darken up my brows, mostly because I have gray brows, gray and white hairs in my brows. Otherwise, my brows don't look too bad, but look what an incredible difference that makes. I mean, this frames your eye and draws attention to your eye so much. And I definitely want to play up my eyes rather than my wrinkles. So There we go. A little bit more right there. I always have trouble with this little corner right here. My brow doesn't want to grow right in that spot. And if I don't, it looks odd to not have that filled in. So there we go. All right, I'm also gonna use this. I'm gonna use this dark burgundy color right here, which is called Blazing. And I'm gonna use the other end of my brush, the flat end, and I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna use that as my eyeliner for underneath my lower lashes. Now, I always have people ask, don't you have trouble wearing a powder eyeshadow on your brows or, you know, as eyeliner? Doesn't it flake off? I have never had that issue with Younique's eyeshadows. If you wanted more staying power, or if you felt like it was going to be an issue, you could always spritz your brush with a little bit of setting powder first, because setting powder is kind of like hairspray for your face. Do not use Gorilla Glue. Did you see that, girl? That was crazy. All right, there we go. So like I say, you could spritz it with a little bit of setting spray if you were worried about that. I've never had that issue. So I'm gonna grab eye primer. By the way, eye primer comes in this special for this month if you are interested. You get an eyeshadow palette. You can choose the new Beloved 3, which I'm gonna show today. You can choose palette 6, Addiction palette 6, which I'm also gonna show. Or you can choose palette 8, which is the fall colors, like this. So you get a choice of the 3 eyeshadow palettes. There's 6 that I've already used. And then here is the new Beloved 3. Gorgeous colors for spring. I love these. They're all metallics, but they're not super shimmery. They're not super shiny. They're not overwhelming at all. So you get the primer, you get an eyeshadow, and then you can choose either one of the brushes. I would suggest this one, the double-ended one, or the big fluffy brush. That's another favorite of mine. I think they call this a blending brush. Or if you don't want a brush, or you've already got plenty of brushes, you can also choose one of the Dip and Draw liquid eyeliners in either brown or black. This is the brown right here. So I'll show that too, because you could choose one of those if you'd like. All right, I'm gonna start with just a super neutral shade. I'm gonna start with Calm, this very eggshell, very calm white color. It's not white, it's vanilla, what would you call that? I'm just gonna use this as my base shade all over. It's a very pale, neutral. I don't want anything overwhelming. There we go. So that's my transition shade. And then I'm going to grab my fluffy crease brush and I'm going to put, I am going to use, let's see which one. I have not used, I'm gonna use this one. This one's called Heartwarming. I've used this one before and I like it. And I'm gonna barely get any color at all. And I'm gonna go right in the center of my eye with this color. You need very, very little because it's a super intense color, as you can see. Now don't worry, this is gonna get blended, so it's not gonna look as intense when I'm all done. Okay, so there's Heartwarming. Now I'm gonna use my little crease brush, which is real short and stubby. And I'm gonna go back and add this neutral brown, this lighter brown right here. It is called Enthralled. And I'm just barely gonna dip into that. And then I'm gonna put that right here in the outer corner of my eye in kind of a sideways V shape. Okay, both sides. And again, don't worry, this looks super intense. It's gonna get blended in. It will not look as intense when I'm done. All right, there we go. And then I can see I've smudged something right there. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm going to grab, let's see what this color is called. It is called, I'm gonna have to grab my glasses. Ugh, old age. Oh, good morning, Christina. I can't usually see comments, but I can see you. Hey, this is called Unselfish. I'm gonna grab this color called Unselfish. It's this first one right here. Right here. This champagne, kind of a creamy, shimmery color. And I'm going to use my pinky and I'm going to dip into that. And I'm going to go right here on the inner corner of my eye and just add a little pop of that color. Okay. Now it looks really creepy right now. Don't worry. When I blend this all out, it's going to look fine. Tad bit more right there. Okay. That's going to make your eyes pop. Now I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to go back and blend the whole thing. So the colors tend to just blend into each other. You don't see any lines where one color starts and another color stops. And there we go. And again, I know it looks kind of intense right now, but wait till I get the mascara and the other liner on and you'll see a real difference. So let me grab that Dip and Draw liquid liner. I'm not usually a huge fan, oh, got lotion on my hands, of liquid liners. Just because I have really crepey eyelids. I don't know if crepey is a word, but they're wrinkly. And so putting on eyeliner is a challenge for me because of all those little bumps. So what I like to do is just do little dashes all the way across and then go back and connect the dots, if that makes sense. Because I find that's easier to do when you have crepey eyelids. Because let's face it, getting old, as Lucille Ball says, old age is not for sissies. There we go. All right, there's that. Now I'm going to grab my Twisted Epic Mascara, which I love because it has two wands. If you unscrew above the silver tab, you get this teeny tiny, cute little wand that is perfect for doing your lower lashes. See that? I love it because it's so small. You can really get in there and get those tiny lashes. It's also great for the ones in the corner of your eye that are hard to reach. All right, and then I'm going to grab a little bit of lash primer for my upper lashes. Lash primer just conditions your lashes and helps your mascara do its job. It helps it stick to your lashes better, gives it more oomph, helps with length and width. Because let's face it, who doesn't want pretty eyes these days? I mean, we're all wearing masks in public. And what do you focus on? You focus on people's eyes. All right, and then I'm gonna grab the Epic. Now, if you unscrew it below the silver tab, you get your regular brush. So I'm gonna go back. And this is the regular Epic. But you can see, even though this is just the regular Epic, look what a difference that makes. That's a huge, huge difference. I love this mascara. It is my favorite. I will never go back to any over-the-counter drugstore, even high-end mascara. To tell you the truth, I've bought the pricier brands just to try them out. Sometimes I buy hair products from a very well-known online boutique makeup store, and sometimes they send samples, and they've sent me some samples of the higher end mascaras, and honestly I still prefer my Epic or my 4D, hands down, no doubt about it. This was the mascara that sold me on Unique. I was so impressed with it, knew that I wasn't going to go back to something cheaper, and ended up as a presenter. Never intended to sell it. I had ordered the mascara, then I ordered a lipstick, which I loved. It was the Splash Liquid Lipstick in Stellar, still one of my favorites to this day. And then I decided, you know what, since these products are so good, I'm gonna try some of their other products, blush, foundation, you know. And I started making my wish list, and my wish list was longer and more expensive than the presenter kit, which pretty much had everything I wanted in it. And I thought, why not just buy the kit? I mean, what are they gonna do? Kick me out? I'll already have the makeup. It's not like they can take it back. So, you know, I'll just keep it for my own use. Then I got the kit, I tried everything out, I loved it. And then I looked at the business plan and realized, wow, you don't have to do a whole lot of business to stay active in the company, to stay current, and I could keep my discount. And then I realized, oh, if I just sell a little bit more, I can move up in the company and get a bigger percent discount on my own product. Haha, yes, let's do that. And from there, it just snowballed. And I have not looked back. All right, there we go. So I am ready for the day. I'm just going to grab my setting spray and give a quick spritz. And I am ready to go. So if you are interested in that special, please message me and let me know, or you can go to my website. It's uniqueproducts.com// Martha Barnett. Or you can go to my Freckle Love page or any of my social media channels and you can find me there. You can also go to my link tree. It's just frecklelovewithmarthabarnett.com, and that'll give you all my social channels, all my blog, everything. And you can go from there. But if you have any questions or need any help, let me know. Just to recap real quick, you get an eyeshadow palette, either this one, number 6 or number 8 with the fall colors. You can choose a brush, any of these brushes you could choose. And there are many more. I think there are like 12 total. Or you can choose a liquid eyeliner in black or brown. And then of course you always, in each kit, no matter what you choose, you get the eye primer, which is awesome. You can use this with any eyeshadow and it's going to make your eyeshadow stay on your lids all day. No flaking off under here by the end of the day, I promise. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.